Hi everyone, welcome to today's video. I'm Tim, and today we're going to go over the Wuben G5. And they say great things come in small packages, and this is no exception. This was sent to me, and what we're not going to do, we're not going to go through an unboxing and unwrapping. You've seen that before. And I'm not going to go through each individual button and how to control it. You've probably seen that before too. But what I am going to go through is how I actually have used this flashlight over the last 2.5 weeks, what I found out about it, what I like about it, what I hate about it. I'll give you my honest review on this. This was sent to me free of charge from Wuben, and they asked me to test it out, which we've been doing, and I've been really surprised with it. And it is very small, so I'm going to show you clips along the way of me testing it and what we were doing with it. So let's get started. And one of the first things I noticed about it was my lighter that I carry every day. It's a lot bigger than the flashlight is. And something else, the key to my Gladiator is much bigger than this flashlight. So I was a little bit skeptical about it. I was like, well, how long is the battery going to last? Is this thing going to die out? Is it really very bright? And I put it through the test. And one of the good things about this, it has a rotational knob here where you can turn it down or you can brighten things up, and it gets really bright. And it did well out at camp. I was out in complete darkness and looking around. This thing lit things up. I put it on my hiking backpack. It did a good job. But it came with something else that really piqued my interest and was the reason I really tried it out. And one of the things I liked about it, it had different colors. It had red, it had like a purple light, a blue light, a green light, and an amber light, and more of a yellow amber light. So what I like about this is each one of these colors actually has a purpose in life. I know you're like, well, what are you going to do with this color or that? But let me explain the colors. Coming from a law enforcement background and knowing a lot of people that's been in the military, a red light is one of the best choices that we make. If you've looked inside law enforcement vehicles and military vehicles, you'll notice that the lights inside are red, the dome light's red. And the reason for that is red doesn't interfere with your night vision. So you're able to look around under a red light and see things, but you can look up or get out of your car in total blackness and still have a level of night vision that's not disrupted. And for me, on just a day-to-day, like the last couple of weeks, I've been out camping, and the reason for that is it's a meteor shower, and I wanted to take some pictures, and I wanted to get some neat star pictures because I love that kind of thing. So I was using this red light because it didn't interfere with my night vision. So whenever I looked up at the sky and was watching the meteor shower, or I would look down at camp to try to find something, then I didn't have to readjust my eyes each time. My eyes were already in focus. They're already used to the dimmer light. And if I would have used a white light, it would have taken about 10 to 15 seconds. And for some people, 30 seconds to a minute before your eyes would readjust to the total black again. So the red light helps out with that. And the next color I noticed that it had with it was the amber yellow color. So whenever I snap this onto my backpack on the strap, then I can walk around, I can see where I'm going, I can see things, and I'm not attracting a bunch of bugs. If I need to really focus on something, I need an extra light, I can switch this back over to the white spotlight. But with the yellow light, I like it because the bugs aren't coming at me. If you've noticed at your house, the bug lights that you purchased at the store to replace your white lights are yellow, and this is the same kind of deal. And then there's the green light. Green is much like the red. Military uses it, law enforcement uses it. You can see stuff a lot brighter at dark, and your eyes don't have to readjust like they do with the white light, kind of like the red light. Green is the next choice for a lot of people, and a lot of people prefer the green over the red. And as a private investigator, a lot of times people call us to the crime scene. They want us to get some additional evidence or see if there's evidence there that can be collected. So whenever we go there, having a purple light and a blue light actually enhances the stuff you're looking at. You can see more fibers and textures with this kind of light, especially if there's dust around. So it just more or less enhances stuff. It's not the same thing as a UV light. UV is totally different, but it's the closest thing you can get to UV light with the purple light and the blue, because you can still see different things, just not as well as you would under the UV light, but it still has its purpose. Now, for you guys that know me, I'm a bail bondsman. I do bounty hunting. I also do some security jobs, and I'm an ex-police officer. So Something I have on my tactical vest is this light, and I've carried it on there for a long time. And the reason for that is it will shine down so I can write down some notes if I'm out at nighttime in total blackness, but I really never like that because it's a white light. So I decided to take this off of my vest and put it up beside the Wuben and see what kind of advantages, see if I could use it in a work environment. So while testing this out, it worked really well because one of the first things I noticed is it has a red light, which I like because of night vision, and I'm able to rotate this around where I needed it. Before, my last light was very stationary. It's just a pin light, and it was focused into one spot to where this allows it to rotate around. And the first advantage I came up with was whenever I was taking a note. With your notepad, I noticed before I was writing a lot of times facing down because that's where my light was. Well, now that I can face this up, I'm able to make notes more straight in front of me to where I can still maintain a peripheral vision of everything that's going on, and I'm not looking down as much. So that's the first thing I noticed about having my light up here, and with it being the red light was great. And if I didn't like the red, I wanted to change over to the green, all I had to do is rotate this knob, and I got a green light, which you can see how much more that highlights this piece of paper with the green light versus the red light. With this up here, I still have this yellow light too, so if it's a buggy night where there's a lot of bugs out, I could still have light for close range, and I could still see within my working range here with the yellow light, and I'm not attracting a bunch of bugs to me. The other feature this had that would come in handy for people that are first responders, law enforcement, I can't really see a need for this for me, but if you double click this, it puts it into a flashing mode. And if you're a first responder or an officer out on the street, or you're just out jogging, if you had a clip and you strap this to the back of your backpack or your tactical vest, that would provide some protection for you from the back. But I can take this, I can put it in my coin pocket. I can do it two ways. I can clip it there to where it's easy to find, or if I want to just totally hide it, I can put it in my coin pocket and you can't even see it in there, and I have a light right here that I can use. And it has a magnet on the bottom, and the neat thing about the magnet that I used while I was testing it is I could stick it to my back bumper and adjust this light, and it gave me an extra reverse light, which was kind of neat. I was just playing around with that, and it really came through on my car camera really good with that. And with this magnet, it was really handy too, because I had a project going on with my Jeep. I was able to stick this to my metal roof rack and rotate the head down to where I could see. And also when I was working in the back of my Jeep, I was able to stick this to the topper and position it inside to where I could see inside without having to hold a light and keep everything hands-free. And I enjoyed that. That was a really added feature that I haven't had before. The only drawback to it, and it's because I'm used to a different flashlight, is this slider part here. Now, one of the purposes for the slider is whenever it's slid all the way open, it allows you to plug a USB-C charger into it and charge it up. And typically when I carry a light, I charge it about twice a week, and I did the same thing with this light, and it never went dead on me. I never ran out of light, so that was great, and I like the USB-C because it matches up with everything else I carry, so that was perfect. And if you put it in the second position, it covers that hole, and you're able to still turn your light on. If it's all the way down, you can't turn your light on. And that was put there so if you did have it down your pocket, it wouldn't accidentally come on. And this thing gets really hot when it comes on too, and it wouldn't drain your battery down if that happened. So they made it to where it's kind of like a kill switch all the way down. It's not going to turn on. But if you want to turn it on, you're going to have to slide it up to the first position to be able to activate it. And that took some training for me just because I wasn't used to that. Now, if this is my first light, that wouldn't be no big deal. So all I had to do is retrain myself to make sure I just slide it up one and I'm able to use the light. So for me, that was the only drawback, but it's also more of a habit and something I can train around. And I've been doing it consistently now. I don't even think about it when I take it out of my pocket. So I worked around that problem without any issues. So it become not a big deal. All right, so the Wuben G5 has made its way into my EDC. I'm gonna start carrying this every day. I'm happy with it. And I really love these colors that it has with it. That's a really neat thing along with it. I'm going to put a discount link down in the description. Right now, these are going for under $25, which is amazing. I thought this would be a $50 to $75 range light, which is not. It's under 25, so that makes it even better. So if you like this video, please like and subscribe. It really helps my channel out, and we'll see you in the next video.